What's up, guys? Welcome back for another video. Today, let's talk about how to grow a small account. Growing a small account is like a rite of passage to becoming a profitable trader. But many of us think that we need a lot of money to get started day trading, which is totally not true. Starting out with a cash account, just a small balance, maybe a few $1,000s, maybe even a few $100s, just getting started is actually the best way to go. And that is how a lot of us have gotten started. Starting out with 25K, many of us don't even have 25,000, which gets us over the PDT level, the PDT account. And for those of you who don't know, the PDT account, having over 25,000 will allow you to trade on settlement margin. So you'll be able to trade your cash balance pretty much infinitely. And you'll just be trading on margin, but not waiting for the settlement period from the trade, the cash that you used to buy the stock. You won't need to wait for the settlement period. But in a cash account, if you're in a cash account, you have to wait now T+1. So that means pretty much your cash balance that you traded, let's say on Monday, won't be settled until Tuesday. So once you use up your cash balance on Monday, you can't trade until the following day when that settles. But in the beginning, when you're a beginner trader, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You don't want to put the cart before the horse and trade with so much money that maybe you're not willing to lose. It's best to keep your market tuition as small as possible. So starting out with a cash account is the best way to go, and growing that small account, whether it's a few hundred or a few $1,000s, the big decision is going to be what are you going to trade? A lot of the times just by sheer luck that people find the right strategy for them. For me, it was small caps. And I think I just got lucky finding the strategy in small caps through some other people that I saw on YouTube back in the day in 2015, 2017, 2020. And I really started to gravitate towards the small caps because of the range on the stocks. The percentage change in the stocks was just so big, and I was able to grow a small account. Because if I only had a few $1,000s to trade, only 2,500 or 5,000, somewhere in that area, to get started trading, and with $2,500, how much of Tesla can I buy? With $2,500 buying Tesla, at a $400 stock, you're able to buy like maybe 5 shares, and that's only one trade because you have to wait for the cash balance to settle. So if you do take one bad trade, you have to pretty much wait for the next day anyways, to make another trade. And on top of that, Tesla, the range, Tesla is known to have definitely a bigger range for the large caps, but even still, like the range on this today was only maybe $10 or $12. So, $10 or $12 on a $400 stock isn't that huge. And then if you look at other, big names like Meta, this only had a range of $6 today, which isn't that good, and plus it's a $600 stock, so maybe I can only buy like 4 shares for $2,500. I had to completely nail the bottom and get out at the top to make $5 a share. $5 a share times $5 a share is $25. I'm not going to be able to grow a small account trading Amazon or trading Meta or trading Nvidia or any of those stocks. I have to be focused on the small caps. The small caps, they're known to have bigger range, and that's because it has a smaller float. Float is the supply of shares on the market. That's our supply. Volume is our potential demand. So if we see a small cap stock like we do almost every day, I feel like 95% of the days we have some sort of very volatile action in the markets. Maybe 5% of the days there's like little to no opportunity, but I would say majority of the days there is opportunity in the small cap markets, that is highly volatile and has that percent change to get you 10%, 20%, 40% in profit on the day. This stock alone, CURR, went from $1.50 all the way up to $7 a share. While this does not happen every day, the fact it does happen from time to time. We do get these crazy moves like 400, 500, 1,000%. You know, maybe something like this happens only 10% of the days, but even 10% of the days, you know, that's huge. And that's for, you know, a 500%, 1,000% move. I would say a lot of the days, 80%, 90% of the days, we will see a stock go 100% from either 100% pre-market gap or 100% after the open. We usually see, you know, something around that sort of range almost every single day. At least recently, it's been like every single day. The past 5 years I've been trading small caps, I'd say about 80%, 90% of the days, we have something really nice that you can make. You can definitely make 10%, 20% on your money. 10%, let's say 10% on $2,500, that's a $250 green day. And that starts to snowball. Now you have $2,750 to trade with. If you make 10% on that, now you have $3,025 and then 10% on that. And then you have, probably not exact math, but you know, $3,400. And it starts to kind of compound and compound. It compounds a lot faster because these stocks are so volatile. Another stock today, not as big as a move as CURR, but SILO. This one went from $1 to $3.20. So another pretty crazy move. In percentage terms, that's 190%. Obviously, we're not going to get 190% winner. It's never happened. It will never happen probably in your career, just buying the absolute low and getting out at the absolute top. But if you can even pull out 10% of 192% move, you know, that's huge for a small account. And so that's why kind of focusing on one strategy, and that strategy being revolved around small caps versus large caps, is very important for growing a small account because of the range. And since it's a cheaper stock, you can buy more shares. So your money kind of goes further when you're trading a small cap and a low float. So CURR, you know, a low float stock. SILO, this one had 4 million shares. 4 million shares on the market. That's a supply. And the volume, so far we're trading 158 million shares. So that is, what is that, like 40 times, 40x the supply? The volume on the stock was 40 times the supply. 40 times the supply is enough to make a very big move, a very volatile move to the upside and to the downside. There's definitely risk. You know, just as fast as it can go up, it's just as fast as it can come down. You know, even here, like, look, we curled up from 260 up to 337. Really good percentage move. You know, that's a 30% move. But within a minute, it's down from 337 and retraces the entire move. So that is kind of the double-edged sword with small caps, and that's something, you know, you're going to have to accept when you're trading these types of stocks, is that, you know, the volatility is not only to the upside, it's also to the downside. So you're accepting risk on both ends. But the main important part is that the opportunity for gains is bigger than the large caps, and it's enough to grow your small account into a big account. And really, your goal with the cash account is just to get yourself to 25K. Because at 25K, then you can trade, you know, big size as many times as you want. You can take a $25,000 position 10 times a day or 20 times a day. With a cash account, you can only trade up to your cash balance. And so that's the beauty of that settlement margin, is that once you get the 25K, then the compounding is even larger, because you can continually trade that big size over and over again. So that's my 2 cents about, you know, growing a small account. Obviously, the steps to becoming profitable, that's the first thing you need to focus on. And at MMU, the course that we offer, the link will be in the description. The course that we offer goes through all of the steps and all of the strategies that we trade every day to profit in the market. And we bring you from A to Z and teach you everything from the absolute basics to advanced. But we do advise, in the beginning to practice in a simulator until you become competent in the simulator and seeing some success. Then we advise taking it to small share size in a cash account, maybe only a few $100s, because you don't know if you're disciplined enough to keep the small size, because maybe you see a lot of us, we have we call it recency bias. And recency bias is, let's say you have 2 winners back to back. You're just beginning trading and you're in a small account. You fund it with 10K size, 10,000 size, or $10,000. But your goal is only to trade 5 shares. We take our first 2 trades and they're both winners. They get both, 10% winners. And now we start to feel like, oh wow, let's size up. We're making money. Let's size up. But on the 3rd trade, you take a big loss. And now since you sized up, you just gave back all those gains and even more. And even though you had those 2 winners, yes, there's probably something you did right, but because the sample size is so small, you still don't know yet if you're a profitable trader. So it's important that we're profitable over the span of weeks and over the span of months before we start to size up. So having that discipline is very important, especially if you have $10,000 in your account. You'll have the opportunity. You have the opportunity to go from 5 shares to 500 shares, which you don't want in the beginning. You don't want to have that opportunity to go from 5 to 500 in the beginning before you're profitable over weeks and months. And if you're not disciplined, it's easy to fall into the trap of saying, oh, I just had 2 back-to-back winners. Let's try to make some money and go from 5 shares to 500 on my next trade. And then before you know it, you just blow up. So let's not do that. And maybe we only fund our account with a few $100s so we don't have that temptation to take that big size before we're ready, and focus on small share size in the beginning and then slowly, very slowly scaling it up. And, if you feel like you want to deposit some more money, you can always deposit some more money, as you want to size up. Let's say, you only deposit 500, trading only 5 shares. Let's say now you start to become a little bit profitable over a couple weeks. Okay, let's deposit another $500. And then now we're trading with 10 shares. And then then maybe over a couple weeks again, you're profitable. Let's deposit another maybe 2,000. So now we have about like a $3,000 account. And now we can trade with 20 shares. And then, we're profitable with that. You guys get the idea. But, that's sort of the mentality that you have to have. That's how slow you have to go, just so you don't have the huge shock to your system from going to from 5 to 500. So, after that, then you can focus on compounding those gains to 25K and getting that settlement margin. So that's my 2 cents about growing a small account. Hopefully you got some value out of that. Please check out the links down in the description. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, peace out.